We're going to be able to share some preliminary design concepts with you. We're going to share with you 4 options. The first is just what we call a base repair option. What if we just brought this building up to code? And we can explain that in more detail as the night goes on. You're going to see a preliminary concept for an addition renovation to this building. And then you're going to see 2 new building options.
So for the repair option, it's kind of like, so what would that look like and how would that work? So in this option, we would come into the school, we would replace all the finishes, so the carpeting would get redone, the seating would get redone, painting, things like that. When we do come in and replace the windows and replace the roof, and we bring in all new mechanical systems, so mechanical, electrical, fire protection. You don't have a fire protection system right now. It'd be great if you had a sprinkler system. So we would put one of those in, and then all the plumbing would get redone. And as we're doing that, we're obviously spending a lot of money on this. You're going to trigger in the code for existing buildings that requires you to bring it completely in compliance with handicap codes. And that is both the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, and it's also the Massachusetts Architectural Access Board, which is the state requirement for handicap compliance. So what you're looking at is a bird's eye view of how could we do an addition and renovation, which is what you see here in the tan. How would that compare to the area of the building we would demolish, the area of the building we would save and renovate? And so the gym is here in that peach color, and the science labs are right above where the cursor is now. But the big question is how do you go about doing that and keep the building safe for students, safe for staff, have the education take place while all this is taking place? How do you phase this and logistically make this work? But the first step, and that's what you see here on the left, is we would build a 3-story addition just to the south of the existing school. So all of that gray area, that's your existing school. Remember, the stadium is to the left of that, which is the west side. The middle school is up at the north. What we'd be doing is towards the south, we build a 3-story square foot addition. We also add new locker rooms to your gym because, as we noted, the locker rooms are not salvageable. And we also expand this auditorium out that wall. Everybody in the yellow space moves into this space, which will end up being demolished at the end, or they move into this space. That allows us to go into the yellow space and renovate it. So if it takes 24 months to build this 3-story addition and build your expansion onto this auditorium and the locker rooms, all that'll be done at the same time. Now when we move into here, we're in the gray area, we're in the new addition, everything's under construction here for another 24 months. The next option is a new school. And on the right-hand side, you can see we have the first floor. On the left-hand side, we have the second floor. Same thing as the addition and renovation. This takes your educational program. It arranges all the boxes in even a better way. So what you see here is you come in the front door, you have the heart of the school, if you read the ed program. You also have your neighborhoods, your learning neighborhoods that flank that. As you come in the front door, you take a right to your theater and arts program, you take a left to your athletics program. The rest of the school can be closed down on weekends or at night when these things take place. And we tried to do that with the next option as well. The difference here, this is 3 stories. Again, we wanted to come up with some real viable options that are different from one another. The 3-story option may give you, depending on how it all gets laid out, may give you a little bit more space on the site, but it organizes educationally the same thing in a very different way. So as you come in the front door on the first floor, you have the heart of the school, then you have your learning neighborhoods that surround the heart of the school, and then you have a 3rd floor, again, more learning neighborhoods.
Have you got any numbers, financial numbers, in terms of what it's going to cost for each one of these options?
Not yet. Right now we're looking at order of magnitude. And what we're looking at right now is the base repair option is obviously going to cost less than the other 3 options. We think the other 3 options may be comparable, but as we go into PSR, we are going to fine-tune what we're doing